Hey everybody, welcome back to Andrew Works Out on English. This is lesson 12, and today we're going to be talking about comparatives and superlatives. Comparatives and superlatives are very important, mostly in spoken English, not really in written English as much, but they'll be super important in characterizing nouns, people, places, and things, and comparing them to each other. So let's just start. Comparatives are used to compare two things, add ER to short adjectives, and use more with long ones. So let's look at an example. Let's say we have two rectangles here. We have rectangle 1 and rectangle 2. Rectangle 2 is bigger than 1. 1 is smaller than 2. The way we went about doing that is because it is one syllable words, big and small. Because they're only one syllable, we just add ER. Bigger and smaller. So let's say if we wanted to a word that is 2 syllables or more. A longer word, you use more. So let's say you wanted to say 2 is, perhaps you wanted to call the rectangles well-rounded for example. 2 is more well-rounded than 1. Doesn't make a ton of sense in the case of rectangles, but this is an example of how you use a longer word, you use more, whereas a shorter word, you just add ER. Okay, continuing on, superlatives are usually used to compare 3 or more things. You add EST to short adjectives or most with longer ones. So let's bring down our 3 squares again. Now, we've got our 2 squares. We have now a 3rd square here. Okay, so take a look at these 3. The way you'd classify this is you would say big, bigger, and then biggest with EST. Biggest. So this is the largest square. Technically, the better way to do it would to say large, larger, and largest. These 3 are large, larger, and largest. Now, if you wanted to say something different, you could say it is the most, and then a long word for number 3. So now for a few important things to note. As we discussed, 1 syllable, you add ER or EST, small, smaller, smallest. 1 syllable ending in a consonant vowel, you double the final consonant, right? So have a look. Big has 1 G, but it ends with the vowel sound, so you double the consonant, making it 2 G's. Right? Okay. If it ends in Y, you change it to an I. So it starts as happy with a Y, and then it changes to happy with an I when you add the ER and the EST. Okay, like we discussed before as well, long adjectives, 2 or more, use more or most. Like beautiful, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. And last but not least, there are two irregulars. Those are actually quite simple. They're for good and bad. Good would be better, and then best. And bad, pay attention to the spelling here, would be worse and worst. Worse and worst. Okay. So, now that we've done a little bit of practice here, go through these 10 problems. These are comparatives. So these problems will be comparing them. You can tell because of than. When you have the word than, that will tell you that it is comparative. All right, let's do two together. My car is blank than yours. So we have than, so we know it's comparative, and the adjective they give us is fast. Fast is one syllable, so we just add er. Faster. Now, how about number 3? She is blank than her sister. And the word they give us is careful. Now, careful is 2 syllables, careful. So we have to add more. More careful. So just to recap, fast, 1. Faster, er. Careful, 2. More careful. So please, and go ahead, look back with the instructions above. Go ahead and complete 2 and then 4 through 10. Pause the video, do this, and once you resume, we'll go and go over them together. Okay, so now that you've completed the rest of these, we'll go over them. John is blank than Tom. So they give us the word tall, and that's just 1 syllable, so taller. This test is blank than the last one. They give us the word easy. Now easy is 2 syllables, but it's short. So you get to add the er. Now pay attention. Easy has a Y. When you have the Y, you change it to an I. So it would become easier with a Y and an er. Today is blank than yesterday, and they give you hot. Now hot is short, so it would add the er, but it has a vowel before the last sound, in its only sound, and before the last consonant. So because of that, you have to add a T. Hotter, with an additional T because of this vowel. Okay, number 6. Her drawing was blank than mine, and they give you beautiful. Beautiful is long, so you'd have to do more beautiful. Okay, the last 4. He is happier than he used to be. Don't forget to change into the I because there's a Y here. That mountain is taller than the other one. On number 9, his joke was funnier than mine. This box is heavier than the last one. Don't forget to change these Y's here into I's before you add the ER. Okay, so please go through and have a look at these comparatives. There is a lot of difference in some of the rules, namely the 2-syllable rule, which often is violated a little bit. But rule of thumb, if the word is short, add ER. And if the word is long, put more in front of it. Now, these 11 through 20 are superlatives. Superlatives. So it's very similar. The way superlatives work is that they have, if it is a long word, you'll add most. And yet, if it is a short word, you'll add EST to the end. So let's do a couple together. this book is the blank I've ever read, and they give you interesting. Now, interesting is a long word, so the way you'd want to put it is most interesting. Why? Because it is a long word. So number 12, that was the blank movie of the year, and they give you bad. Now remember from above, bad has its own one, which is worst. That was the worst movie of the year. Let's also look at 14. This is the blank building in the city, and they give you high. High is a short word, so you would just add est to make it like this. This is the highest building in the city. Okay, please go ahead, complete 13 and then 15 to 20. Pause the video to complete all these, and then once you've done, resume and we'll go over them together. Now that you've finished them, let's go over them together. 13, he is the blank player on the team, and they give you good. So just like bad above it, good also has its own, which is best. Okay, of the 3 cars, this one is the, and then they give you expensive. Expensive is long, so you would say most expensive. Okay, 16. It was the blank day of my life, and they give you exciting. Exciting is long, so you would say most exciting. "17. She is the blank dancer in the class. They give you graceful. Graceful is also long, so you would say most graceful. Okay? The children have the blank toys, and the word is nice. Nice is short, so you would just add est for nicest. The children have the nicest toys. 19. That was the blank decision we could have made. The word they give you is wise. Wise is short, so you would say wisest. Last one is 20. This is the blank restaurant in town. The word they give is popular, and popular is long, so you would say the most popular. Okay, so please have a look through all these answers. The best way to just remember is very similar to the comparatives above. When it's short, it will be est to the end, and then when it's long, you add most to the end. So short, est, long, most. Bad, worst, good, best. Okay, and with that, that will conclude our video on comparatives and superlatives. If you found these helpful, please hit the subscribe button below. This worksheet with all of the notes on it, as well as the worksheet completely blank, will also be below in the description, so please make use of that as well. And thank you so much for watching.